everything at the trip, you guys come to, and this is something that we didn't put enough emphasis on last session, but that's okay. It is what it is. You come to feeling absolutely awful because of oxygen deprivation and just a general terrible time. And you are in your pods, but your pods are no longer in space. And long story short, you, with varying levels of difficulty, manage to get out of the pods. You're being sort of, kinda, maybe hunted as you try and navigate this huge ship hangar or something that is just full of wreckage and pods and corpses and whatnot. Two of you, I believe that would be Greg and Mark, got sort of, not really rescued, but definitely guided by about a 10 to 11-year-old kid and stashed away inside a vent in this huge room. Joshua is on his own. Current plan, he saw a like an outside staircase, metal staircase leading up 1 or 2 floors-ish to a landing with a door on it, and he was headed that direction. Brett, Atticus, and Gabriel were sneaking around trying to avoid close enemies. At least they think enemies. And the kid, or a kid, got their attention and said, basically, follow me. And so that's what they started doing. And then there was blaster fire from one guy who was quite a ways away from them, and a chase, if you will, ensued. Gabriel split off and went one direction while Greg and Brett took off with the boy the other direction, and Gabe's idea was to come around behind and link back up with them, or get in front and link back up with them, however you want to look at it. As we left off, Joshua was headed towards the thing. Mark and Greg were in the vent. They had seen Joshua and were 95% sure it was him. And the guy with the blaster rifle had Atticus and Brett in his sights, with Gabriel pulling up behind him, and the boy somewhere nearby. Housekeeping things. Open up your character sheets and go to the Skills tab. In the lower right-hand corner, you see a button that says Apply Skill Improvements.
Hold on. I got too much sound happening all of a sudden. Hold on.
Okay. Don't forget that you can adjust
I think I can hear
volume.
now.
Okay. Don't forget.
I thought I had, but for some reason it kicked up full.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, on your character sheet, on the Skills tab, you have an option in the lower right to apply skill improvements. Please do that. Not bad,
Good work,
not
Brett.
bad.
A lot of stuff flying. Wow, good work, Josh.
Does it add it for us? I'm assuming so.
It does, yes.
Yeah, and then it takes the clicker off.
Kicked my alertness and my first aid up. Let's go.
Let's go.
Where are we
Right
going?
on. So we're going outside where there's no oxygen.
So why does it say it added points, but it says
oh.
it was a failure?
Improve the following by one. I don't see anything about failure. I see
don't
in the
see-
chat,
I-
improve the following skills by 1d4%.
We
Alertness,
got alertness.
Oh.
10%.
athletics, stealth.
I'm not at the bottom of the list. My bad. My bad.
Looking at old gameplay.
That explains
I'm
it.
looking at old. I'm looking at old.
God,
I
I
was
can't
like,
even improve right.
I'm very confused.
You're
I can't do
fired.
anything.
You can scroll down. Hey,
Patrick has the first negative improvement.
harsh.
Critical failure.
All right, so congratulations, everybody. I hope this fulfills your need to improve the characters.
Desire to get better.
So far, I had to improve more skills than anybody else.
Right. This also reminds me, you guys, I got a lot going on. This is a brand new system for me. I'm going to ask for things as they come to mind. Be proactive about this. If we're in a situation and you say, I want to do a thing and I think it's going to take an athletics roll, or, I think I could do a criminology roll here and maybe get something out of it, bring that idea to me, and most likely you'll be rolling dice. What that means is, A, you get to be more interactive. B, you get to use your character more fully. C, it's going to increase your potential to improve the character more. Okie doke.
Perfect.
Okay. So here we go. And we are going to start off with, I think, Mark and Greg, because Greg can't defend himself, so I'm playing him. And Mark,
Let's not get him killed.
Mark, you've been looking out the grate, watching this dude that you saw in the bar on the ship during the trip here, and he begins to move off. Looks like stealthily, but he also looks like he's super tired, right? And if I remember correctly, you had indicated that you weren't going to chance anything regarding him at this time. You weren't going to open the grate. You were just gonna let sit.
No, I think actually I opened it up just enough to put my head out.
Ah, that's
To kind of-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The-
And
Was that me walking by?
that was you.
Okay.
That's right. You were started to head off, Josh, and you heard Mark's character. You don't know that, of course, but Mark's character, Andy's character, Mark, say, "Hey," which got your attention, and you looked and you saw the grate was open, and you saw kind of a shadowy figure in there.
Do I
Then I
recognize him? Or
opened
is it am I able to see him, I guess?
Mark,
Do I know who it is?
Are you sticking
having
your
seen
head
him?
out at all?
I'm gonna not like so much, but a little bit, just so that I can kind of get one eye and then just like a couple fingers to be like, hey, me over here.
Okay. Well,
Woohoo!
oh, that was disturbing.
Wow.
All right, Josh.
Was that Connor's character?
Yeah.
You
Hello.
you're not sure, but you think you recognize this guy. Maybe it's the guy that was talking to the hot blonde in the bar on the ship.
Not expecting to see somebody like talking to me from a grate.
Right.
I kind of stop and I turn around and look, and kind of like give this like, what the heck is going on, and then I'll go ahead and slowly walk that way, or just kind of creep just to stay low, keep
Yep.
that stealth going, and go over and see what it is, because I'm thinking it's a better place to be than out where there's been gunfire.
Okay. So he kind of stoops down and lurches his way over toward the grate, and as he gets closer, Mark, you can definitely see that this guy was definitely one of the guys in the bar. You had a very brief, pardon me, interaction with him. And now we're going to switch over to a dude with a blaster rifle in the faces of Brett and Atticus, with Gabe behind him. Now, what do you guys think is going to occur here? In this split second before something happens, what do you anticipate occurring?
Bang.
He's pointing this at us again. Let me
Yep.
verify.
Yep.
Well, does he say anything? Is he just aiming?
There's nothing been said yet.
Can we try to observe maybe his? Is there enough time to observe his body? Does he look like he's ready to pull the trigger type thing? Do we have time to observe his maybe intent? I guess if that makes sense.
Well,
Is that a human?
yes, I was going to say, give me a human roll.
Okay. 59.
59. Ooh, 59 out of 60. Nice. All right, Gabe, tick the box. Make sure you tick the box. Atticus, let's see, you're the lawyer, right?
Yes.
So in law school, you took, it's kind of weird that they offer this in law school these days, but you took one semester of, it was, the class was observational logistics is what it was called. But there was a little bit of a section of that was on reading micro expressions.
Okay.
And you see a micro expression on this guy's face, and it is essentially malice.
Here. We're sprinting for cover. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so
If I was following, so if I have people, because Brett's right next to me, right?
yeah,
And if that kid is next to me too, I'm kind of gonna grab him, not necessarily pull him along with me, but kind of pull him in the area, we're running this way. If you're following me, you're following me, but I'm not gonna yank him. It's just gonna be a you should follow me type of grab.
gotcha. Okay, so here's the thing we're gonna do. I don't know how this is gonna go because I've never used the combat tracker in this game before, but we're gonna try it now. So, initiative in the Delta Green game system is not rolled. It is based off of dexterity. Whoever has the highest goes first, and descending. So, I'm going to do a thing here, and we'll get the combat tracker populated. Atticus, what is your dexterity?
11.
Brett, what is yours?
13.
Okay. Gabe?
14.
Wow.
He is ready.
He is definitely ready.
I'm a pilot.
Didn't realize we were fighting in space, but cool.
Nice.
We're in the ethereal plane.
All right. Well, this is... Just ignore the dice. All right. It adjusted. Oh, okay. Cool. It doesn't... Interestingly, it doesn't matter what you roll on the dice for initiative. It just populates it with your dexterity. So that's cool. All right. So, obviously, there's no map here. We're just doing theater of the mind. Gabriel, you just got a super bad feeling that something is about to go down. You can't see this guy's face, but you can see his whole body tense. And you are, I don't know, 10, 15 feet behind him. So you get to act first. There are some things regarding combat that we need to go over here. Every turn or round, you get one action. Okay? And when I say one action, sometimes things can be combined because I'm running the game. So, like in this instance, if you want to close the distance and tackle the guy, to me that's one action. You're going to be moving and making an unarmed combat. If you want to just move up behind him, if you want to grab something and chuck it at him, that I would, picking it up and throwing it, to me, that's going to be one action here. So, each turn, each player gets one action, but sometimes, because I'm a benevolent game master, you can combine what you think might be two actions. I want to keep it kind of fluid so it stays interesting. So, Gabriel, what are you thinking? What are you going to do?
Tackle him.
Okay. So you are going to close the distance and have him hit the ground.
That's the plan.
All right.
Because I think anything else, he's going to get a shot off, and I'm hoping to get there first.
Okay. So you take off running, and when you do that, I'm going to give him a thing to do. All right. So this works out pretty well for you guys, I think, because he hears you, clearly hears you, and begins to whirl around. And he does get whirled around and squeezes off a shot, but it's probably not going to be a good one because I'm giving him a -20 for having been facing the other direction, which means he's only got a 20% chance of getting this.
Brett gets absolutely mashed in the face again.
And he rolled a 14.
Oh my gosh.
So that he means it hits it?
Yeah, he's going to hit him.
Oh, oh no.
Which one?
Gabriel, I believe.
Yeah, he's going to hit Gabe.
So that's a 34 effectively.
Yeah, I was looking at it the other way. I was taking the 20 off of his score, so he had a 20% chance to get you.
Okay.
All right, now let me... I said that was laser.
So these guys are not stormtroopers.
He got lucky. Oh my.
don't know if you guys have the same music as I do, but this is really tense.
Good. Oh my gosh.
We just fucking blasted Patrick.
Medic's going down.
All right, Gabe.
Green.
So we are going to say you have 13. Man, that was gross. All right.
What you doing, Tom?
I'm doing all kinds of things. I did not anticipate having to look this particular rule up immediately.
Dying.
No. If you lose more than half your hit points in one shot, there is a possibility that you are stunned, is what they call it. So let me look that up right quick.
Everybody else note, attacks of opportunity are a thing.
What is it?
Even though he hadn't acted yet.
Right.
The magic of murder.
The magic of murder.
I feel like you had a rainbow coming out as you said that.
Ah. Oh, come on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Is this in the regular rules?
Yeah. Covering stat points, small arms, selective fire. Oh, you are killing me, rules. Complications, maybe? We are definitely not going to learn about lethality rating right now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a fun one.
So the question is, if I'm still going to be able to function, do you want to just move? Do you just want to move forward and I'll research?
Sure, that's fine. All right, so regardless of that, I mean, you're taking the shot. You've already done that. But you are going to barrel into him. Roll me an unarmed combat check. Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
Oh
Wow.
no.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
100.
What do you expect? He just blew my face off.
Tick the box.
I did.
Okay.
I
When we
ticked
were
it
kidding,
before I looked.
when we were
It
kidding
says
about
multiple
wasting
boxes for
time,
that.
great.
I think you should be able to roll like a D10 and check multiple boxes.
Okay. So you're headed for this guy. He whirls around, and you can tell that it is totally on accident that he manages to squeeze off a shot and actually hit you. But man, does it hit you. Okay, so you've had some tough things happen in life, Gabriel. You now understand what it's like to get shot by a laser weapon. It is not really fun at all. It feels like your insides are on fire. It hits you somewhere in the abdomen. And
You are correct. I am stunned if I take more than half my damage in a single attack.
it's just, there's no chance. You're just stunned.
When it's your agent's, let's see. Stunning attacks. While stunned, you can't act. When it's your agent's turn, you may attempt a con ×5 test to recover and act normally next turn. If any single attack inflicts half your current HP, you are stunned.
Okay.
There you go.
And
Sorry, you were saying.
It's all good. Where did you find that?
That is in the... That's a great question. In the under damage, there is a damage bonus from strength score table. Right below that.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
And I don't know why it came up, because that's not what I searched for, but, we'll take it.
Hey, not going to argue. All right. Oh, I guess we needed to begin combat. So that was your thing. So it hits you. I mean, the pain is intense enough. You crumple. I mean, you go into him a little bit, but it's more like you hit him in the legs, the lower legs, as you are crumpling to the side, so he doesn't go down. Brett, his back is to you. It is your turn. He just shot your, I don't know that I would say friend, but your current companion. He just shot him with a laser rifle. What do you do?
Help him out. I'm gonna do the same thing as he did and just tackle.
Except for the getting shot part. I suggest you don't do that part.
Yeah.
We're not
Fair,
sure
fair.
yet.
Okay, so
I mean,
And
I
his
do
fist.
have unarmed combat 60 and athletic 60, so
all right, you haul over there. Roll
I'm
me
hoping.
unarmed combat. Beautiful. All right,
Nice.
you plow into this dude, and your intent was to take him down or just
yes,
immobilize him. Okay.
floor.
Okay. So that is what we call a pin, and you do get him to the ground. The rifle is underneath him. So a pin is an attempt to immobilize a target, either on the ground or up against something, using unarmed combat. This is possible only if your agent has both hands free and is in hand-to-hand range, and if the handler says it makes sense. If it succeeds, the target is pinned. So you have successfully pinned this guy on the ground, and there are more rules that go along with that. But for now, good job. Atticus, you've seen this horrifying scene begin to unfold as the dude whips around, shoots Gabe and this guy that you got out of the pod, you and Brett got out of the pod. And he shoots him somewhere in the stomach, and he just crumples, and the look on his face is no good. Brett runs over and tackles the guy. The gun is currently underneath the both of them, and your compatriot Brett is on top of him, working to hold him down. What are you gonna do?
Well, is curb stomping a viable option here? Can I kick the guy's head while he's down?
That is a thoroughly viable option.
I'm going for curb
I don't
stomps.
see a roll
Okay.
for that.
So
Anti-teeth attack.
here's the thing. You're gonna run over there and you're gonna kick the guy in the head. That is a called shot. Now, called shots usually have they always have a penalty to them, but since he is pinned, let me read just a little bit. So, attacks against the pinned target are at a plus 20 bonus. So that's good. A called shot all right, so since you're going for his head, I'm going to rule it as he is mostly covered. That's normally a minus 40, but you also get a plus 20 because he's pinned. So
Okay.
your roll is going to be at a minus 40. So just roll your unarmed combat, and then we'll shave 20 off the top.
Oof.
Ooh.
Okay. So you go to kick, and this dude's thrashing around, and you just miss.
Yeah.
Infuriatingly, he won't stand still and let you kick him in the face.
Some people are totally not helpful.
Exactly. All right. So this dude, it's his turn, and he is going to try. Good grief. He's going to try to escape. And let's see. It's going to be either unarmed combat, which is that, or so he's going to try and roll strength to see if he can break it. And that is a success. So he is broken free of your grasp, Brett, but he's still underneath you. He's trying to turn over. He's let go of the gun. He's trying to turn over, and as he's trying to turn over, he's thrown a weak elbow at you. That's just flavor. He only gets one action, and you easily dodge said elbow. So, Gabe, we are back to you. You are, like I said, you've never felt pain like this before. Just a heads up, per the rules, if you go to 2 hit points, you fall unconscious. Okay?
Hey, Tom,
Yo,
where's the kid at? Could he possibly go run and ask for help or something? Wasn't he nearby?
yes, the kid was nearby. You, however, are not.
Okay.
It's a great question.
Right, but I mean, at least he could go run and maybe like, hey,
Yep.
help these ding dongs out because this guy's shot.
Yeah, I've not forgotten about the kid.
Okay, sorry.
You're
I
good.
recover from the stun, but that's my action for this turn, for this round.
Excellent.
Oh, very nice.
I'm glad you recovered from the stun.
Me too.
Brett, what you gonna do? Are you gonna try and pin this dude again? Or are you just gonna swing on him? What you want?
Go start wailing on him.
Okay, it's gonna be unarmed combat with the intent to inflict damage.
Grab him by the ears. Bam.
Oh,
He's gonna move to full mount. He's gonna move to full mount and ground and pound.
there you go. Ground and pound it is. All right.
The only reason I know that is because I played UFC 2.
Nice.
And that was the only thing I did.
All right, Brett, on your character sheet, go to equipment, and you should have unarmed combat listed there. Just click the
Yes.
damage. Okay.
Damage. Get wrecked, nerd.
Wow. Okay. So you slap him around a little bit. Atticus, it is your turn. You gonna curb stomp him again?
So the gun is still wedged beneath them.
Yep, it's underneath him.
Okay. He's broken free of the pin, but he's still laying on the floor. Is that correct? Or
Yeah. He's essentially wrestling around with Brett. Brett is currently still on top.
All right, I'm gonna try. We'll try another curb stomp.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
I am just imagining you running by him with And now he turns around and whiffs again.
Damn it!
Dude, the
It's like
dice.
stepping on a beetle. Oh, damn it! Oh, damn it!
The dice. Okay, I know
Tick the box.
we're a couple
That
of
is
rounds
ticked.
into this. Okay, the box is ticked. Good. All right, so this guy, it is his turn. He is free. He is going to attempt an unarmed combat roll to throw you off of him, Brett. And he can't quite make it happen. And he's starting to cuss, and there's a lot of grunting and anger emitting from him. But that's it. Gabe, it is your
Language.
turn. Language.
Gabe, still feeling this searing pain, begins to push himself off the ground. He is going to look for. First of all, he looks and he sees the rifle is out of reach or maybe not even visible to him. He's going to look for something else that'll be usable as a weapon. I don't know if that's alertness or.
What about search?
I'm just gonna say
Or search.
there's all kinds of crap laying around. You can surely find a pipe or something within relatively easy reach.
Okay.
You can find something.
So his intent is to grab a bludgeon and stand. It's probably all he's got this round.
Okay. Sounds good.
Move up to the fight if he can.
You're right there. So you just grab the thing and stand up. Brett, he's wriggling like mad to get out from under you. What you gonna do?
Well, there's enough people going to attack him. I'm just gonna try and pin him again.
Awesome. All right, roll the unarmed combat.
Dang.
Oh, jeez.
Dang it. That's unfortunate.
Check that box.
Atticus, you're gonna get him one of these days.
I mean, I can go for a pin this time, but it's the same roll.
Yep, it is. It depends, whatever you want to do, man.
Man, I feel like we should try to. I'm gonna try to pin him as well. I'm gonna try to, I guess, jump over Brett to tackle him back to the tackle this dude back to the ground.
Okay.
The dog pile.
Yeah, it's a dog. It's trying to turn into a dog pile here.
All right, unarmed combat. Oh baby.
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh my gosh.
2 away from that.
I thought for sure when I saw a 40 something that was going to get it. I forgot you're at 40. Okay, well, you're on top. You're adding a little bit of weight, but probably not as effective as it could be or should be. And it is this dude's turn again. And he is... Yep. He's got himself turned over face up now, and he takes a swing at Brett and misses. All right, Gabe.
How clear is my shot at him? I'm thinking there's 3 people struggling. I'm too good a chance I'm going to hit the wrong guy.
Well, the possibility is there, but it's also pretty low. The way things are shaping up, if you swing low, just toward the floor as much as possible and at them. At most, you're going to hit one of your allies in the hands or the lower arm. That's not ideal, but weigh that out. Do you want to take that chance, or if you don't swing, this dude's not taking any damage.
Well, I'm wondering about waiting and preparing that if he stands up, I'll just tee off on him.
Okay.
Can I do that? Can I hold my action for him to stand?
So here's
Or
another
for a shot to present itself?
Yeah, here's another fun option for combat. You can do what is called aiming, which means you take this round no action because you're sizing it up, and next round you get a plus 20%. The one catch is if you take any damage this round, you don't get the bonus.
I'll do that.
Okay, you're going to aim this round.
Yep.
Brett, what are you doing?
The gun's still under him.
Yep, it is still under it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sock him in the face.
Okay. Foregoing the pin, take a swing.
Bring out some ground and pound, baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. All right, roll
Plus
your
fuel,
damage.
boys.
Damage.
That thing.
Same as before. Cool.
You're getting him 2 hit points at a time.
Nickel and dime.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
There you go. We're at this rate 6.
So, yeah.
All right, Brett connects again. Atticus, it is your turn, man.
Okay, I'm gonna go for another pin. Hopefully, this time I do something.
Okay.
Nice.
And do you ever? All right.
Wow.
So I'm going to say how this works. While this guy is flailing around, Brett is on top of his body for the most part. So what you wind up doing is catching one of his swings and then essentially diving on his arm. So you're off to the side of them. You're no longer on top of the pile anymore, but you have this guy's right arm pinned onto the ground.
Okay.
And he is not happy about it.
I hope not.
He is going to attempt to escape the pin again. And he does not. So you've got a good grip on his wrist and you ain't letting go.
It's
Gabe.
all lining up. Let's go.
All right, so here's the thing. Because he's pinned, you get a plus 20. You get a plus 20 for aiming. You're aiming for his head, or... You know what? I'm going to say, because of how this is playing out, you're doing a called shot. It's because he's immobilized so much, it's only going to be at a minus 20. So we're ruling it as partial cover, minus 20, but you've got plus 40, so your roll is going to be at a plus 20.
Okay. I'm gonna try something here on the sheet. And it didn't work. I don't know if there's a way to add a 20. So would you say this is a club or a baseball bat? I was looking through the weapons for something that might match.
Yeah, we're going to rule
Club.
it. We're going to
Club's
rule
a D6.
Yeah, it's going to be a club.
Okay. I want to see how this shows up in the roll.
Okay. Oh, man.
Okay, it didn't say what it was. I rolled the club in my equipment, and I wanted to see if
Oh, did
it recognized that. Okay. Sweet.
Stop it.
Still nickel and dime.
If it works, it works.
Yep.
It's a hit.
All right. You officially have him halfway down, by the way. Brett, it is your turn. He just gets hit in the head with a pipe. Tunk. Brett is holding his arm. So you have it, because he's pinned, you have a plus 20% to your attack if you're going to attack him.
Beautiful. I will attack him with the plus 20 or a minus 20.
You get a plus 20.
Gonna put the
And
hey.
you didn't need it. So
Nope.
good for you. Roll another unarmed combat damage.
Damage. Yay.
Oh, wow.
Nicely done.
Atticus, you've got this guy pinned. What you gonna do? His face
I have
is looking pretty bloody. He's messed up now.
I have a question.
Sure.
Are there do bones break in this game?
Oh.
I don't.
If we have him pinned in a certain
You're
way.
about to do what I'm thinking you're about to do.
Well, I'm actually thinking of doing an intimidation check on him to try to get him to surrender.
I mean, he's got bones. They can break.
Yeah. I don't think I'm actually gonna pull that card. I think I'm actually gonna yell at him and tell him that we're gonna beat him to death if he doesn't surrender.
Okay.
And you can make a roll. What is it? Is there an intimidation or a
It's gonna go under persuade.
persuade? Okay, sweet. Any modifiers you want me to roll?
What's your
this at?
persuade?
70.
No modifiers.
Okay.
Oh,
Damn.
dude.
Well, at least it gets better.
Yeah. Check the box.
It's
All
been
right.
checked.
Mark, Greg, and Josh. We're gonna come back to you guys for just a minute. Josh, you get it. How close to the grade are you getting? Josh?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure that. I mean, I'm going to see who it is. I mean, at this point, I wasn't expecting anything like so. I should be there to where I can like try to see who they are.
Right. Okay. So 15, 20 feet?
At least, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say probably 10 feet.
Okay. So he gets right up there, and you can see, and this is definitely the guy that you saw in the bar that was talking to the really good-looking blonde chick. Also known as Andy's kid.
You may not remember me.
So you can see that it's him, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Um,
And Mark, there's no question as to who it is. You know him as well.
I will go ahead and just say, hey, like, what are you doing in here? Where the hell are we?
I don't know. This kid just came to me, showed me here. This seems safe. Everything else seems to be kind of dangerous.
All right, the both of you, please roll an alertness.
For what?
An alertness
Oh, fuck me.
check. Wow.
I didn't see shit.
Okay.
Oh, Josh, you saw everything.
And I'm going to roll for Greg, who is thoroughly oblivious. All right. Josh, you guys are having the discussion, and you hear off to the right. It's really boomy in here, but you're almost dead certain it's off to the right. You hear somebody yell, "Stop fighting or we're going to kill you." Patrick, you're muted.
I go ahead and I mean, hearing that, I swivel around really quick just to kind of look and see if I can, get a visual of what I'm seeing. Could I tell it was like pretty far away?
You don't think it was too terrible far away. Just the way the sound moves in here, you would have heard, if it were far away, you would have heard it. It just would have been unintelligible.
Okay. I will, so I turn around and I look, trying to, if I can I see anything happening at this point?
You look around and you don't see anything. All you see is piles of junk and openings to aisles between piles of junk.
I turn back around to Mark and I go, "Did you hear that?"
Hear what?
God. So I turn back around, I look again, and I kind of crane my neck to try to see, but if I can't see anything, I'm gonna kind of go over towards the grate some more and say, "I just heard something over there. I don't know what it was. Somebody saying something about beating him up. What do you think? Should we keep going in here, or should we go see what's going on?"
So I'm pretty self-preservation.
Did we hear a gun earlier, though?
No.
I believe I ruled that you did not hear the gun.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna stay right here until that kid comes back, because I guess he knows what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. So
That's
shift back to the combat. Atticus, you've yelled at him. Are you going to do any physical actions?
Well, if he's not going to listen, I'm going for trying to break his arm.
Okay. So make me an unarmed combat roll.
My track record's not good.
Yeah, you've only watched MMA. You've never practiced it.
you hit the floor.
Let me just do what they do on TV.
Exactly.
God damn it.
All right, this dude is going to try and escape the pin again. Oh, and he's free. So that's that. Gabe, it is your turn. This dude wrenches his arm free. He's no longer being held down, but he's still underneath Brett in the fight. Brett. What you gonna do?
Aim.
Okay. Taking one round to line up a nice shot at his temple. Brett, what you gonna do?
Did you say that he stood up or he's standing up?
He's not standing. Currently,
He just got his arm free.
yeah, he just wrenched his arm free. He's still on his back laying on top of the rifle.
That's what I'm thinking.
Gotta go with the good old classic fist to face.
Okay. Lower the boom.
Done did it.
Oh my goodness. All right, roll well.
There's finally a boom. Yep, another 2. Oh,
Oh my. All right. So here's the thing.
Smack it down.
You bring the fist down, and your intent is to hit him in the jaw, and he's wriggling around, and you wind up hitting him full force in the throat. And there is a wet cracking sound. It's not super, super loud, but there's a wet cracking sound when you hit him. And his eyes bulge, and he's clearly choking at this point. And in just a couple of seconds, he falls unconscious. Okay? And you guys, you get up off of him. He's just laying there. He's very stiff, and you can see his stomach is tightening and loosening as he struggles to breathe and can't.
Damn it. I'm going to try to first aid. I'm going to try and save him.
Okay.
Kick the rifle to one of the others, and I'm going to try to first aid on him.
Okay. So roll the first aid. Okay. You needed a critical success. So here's the deal. This guy, Brett has crushed his throat. He needs essentially a tracheotomy to survive. You're sitting there looking at that, and you're like, I don't have anything to do this. And then suddenly there's the kid standing there looking down, and he's holding a knife. So you grab the knife out of the kid's hand, and you make the incision. The second thing to overcome is what you got to have something to put in there.
Rusty pipe.
Yeah. Do you have a pen? Do you have... Yeah. One of you have something with a tube. If you got a pen, spin that loose. I need a tube.
I wouldn't have any of those.
Atticus, you're a lawyer. Let's see if there's anything to be done with this. You know what? I'm not going to look for rules or anything. Roll me percentile dice, Atticus. You got a 50-50 shot. If it's 1 to 50, you have something. If
Okay,
it's
do you want me to
51 or
roll
above,
just,
you don't.
Just roll D100.
Yep.
Hey.
I do have something.
Atticus has a pen.
Hooray, we aren't murdering
pulls out
someone today.
So
he pulls out a feather and quill.
he hands over the pen as you do your thing, Gabe, trying really hard to be fast because you don't know how dead this guy is. And we're going to shift back to Josh and Mark and Greg. Josh, what are you doing? Mark just said, I ain't going out there.
I'll go ahead and say, well, then you better make some room in there. So I try to wait to see if he's gonna back into that.
I'll move it then. I'll move. Okay. I'll move it a little bit out so that you can get your body in, and then we'll make it work.
Okay. You going in?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Josh wedges in there, and there's the dude that you were sitting at the bar, sitting at the table talking to. And he looks like he's not in shock, but he's not doing well. He's a little overwhelmed by the situation. The grate is about 4 foot. The ventilation that you're in is approximately 6 foot high, and we'll just say 4 foot wide. So there's plenty of room in here. and it stretches both ways right now. Shifting back to Brett, Atticus, and Gabe. Gabe, you disassemble the pin as quickly as possible. You jam the
My hands are busy. He's going to have to do it. I'm holding it open right now. Get that pen to me. Take it apart.
Okay. Atticus takes it apart as quickly as he can. Hands you the pin. Offers you the pin. Okay. You wedge it in there. And yeah, that was quick enough, we'll say. He begins to breathe through the pin.
So we just nobodied someone. Great.
Well, he's not dead. Brett?
Yeah.
He knows more about what's going on than we do.
Atticus has been disassembling a pin, and Gabe has been performing surgery. You're standing there, and you become aware of this rifle that's laying on the ground just a couple feet away.
And I am obtaining it.
You pick up said rifle, okay?
Even though I'm not good at ranged combat at all.
Well, that's okay.
But hey!
Yay! All right, so I am going to...
Yeah, if you hadn't picked it up, I was going to tell you to.
I'm guessing you saw that on your character sheet?
Indeed.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, so there's that. This dude is sprawled out. He is breathing. His odds of surviving this have gone way up. And you guys are just standing there. And the kid takes his knife back and kind of looks at you a little funny as he cleans it off and stows it and sits.
I'll clean it up. I would clean it off before I hand it back, and I thank him for it.
Come on. And he takes off.
I'm following.
Grab my club. Anything else that looks useful. I'm not going to spend much time. I'm right behind him.
Okay. So you take the club. Brett has the rifle. And
Did he have anything else obviously handy? A knife at his belt, anything like that?
No. All right. So the kid takes you down an aisle, across an intersection, then to the wall. 3 aisles over, and he gets to a grate. And you guys who are inside the vent, you can hear the sound of approaching peoples. And you don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But then you see the grate depress just a little bit. There's a click, and it pops open, and it's the kid. And he's basically pointing in, looking along the wall. So this kid opens the grate and essentially motions all of you inside.
I enter the vent.
Okay. Survivor
Gonna make some more room.
enters the vent. Yep. Everybody's going in?
Is Billy gonna finally talk?
We'll find out.
Oh.
You guys are going in?
Yep.
Okay.
I am.
All right. All of you are now in the vent. And the kid closes it. And Greg begins to protest. But the kid then speaks into the vent and says, "Go to my right." And he points, and you can see. Go that way. 2 intersections. Turn left take the third vent. And then he leaves.
His right, our left, then go left again. Third vent. I start going that way.
I'm gonna ask him what's going on. Where are we at? But a whisper, not like that.
He already left.
Yeah, he's
I'm pretty sure.
taken off.
He gone.
All right, fair enough. I had to try. I mean, he was there for a second.
Yep. Okay, so you're following his instructions, yes?
I am.
All
I
right.
am.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody give me a
Yeah.
stealth roll.
I don't think I'm too good in that one. I am not good at all in that one. Oh, Lord. Have mercy.
All right. Atticus.
9. Jeez.
Mark succeeded. Josh succeeded. Gabe failed. Okay. So you guys are going and you pass vents, right? And it's not very long before the vents that lead into the big hangar that you've been at are on your right. And then you start seeing some vents on the left. And you can't really see anything. It's like all the lights in there are off, and whatever it is. And you don't really hear anything either. So you go, how many intersections?
3.
2.
We turn at the third one.
We take a right,
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is great.
and then we go the third.
So
We trust.
you're standing at the crossroads of the second intersection. Greg
Left.
wants to go to the end of the next one. But there's
Which one
another.
is
What are you guys going to do?
Who's the smarter character? Can I size them both up?
You're just not sure.
Bro, it's the third one, I'm telling you, bro. Dude.
Dude,
I bought you beers, bro. Come on.
they were free.
Yeah. You were trying to get
Free
them.
beer.
Bro. Dude.
What are you going to do?
man. I'm going through.
I'm gonna say,
I'm gonna go
guys,
to the third intersection. Is there like only one
It's
turn
the-
at the third intersection?
No, it's another crossroads.
Oh.
So just to be clear, Tom, we've gone right, and then we've gone 2 intersections, and you guys say that we got to go one more down. I'm looking at Brett and Atticus.
No,
I'm
it's
going
after
with
the
this.
left that we go to the third one.
Exactly. On the second intersection, we take a left, and then the third vent.
Now I'm. Now I understand what you're doing. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
Okay, never
That's-
mind. I'm going with Andy.
Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's second vent or
I got
second
it.
intersection. We take a left, and then third.
Who here has done forensics and can convince us of what to do?
Okay, you take the second intersection.
Which one of us has listening? Which one of us has listening?
I was trying to write it down, and all I got was a right.
Does can we roll for doing like an int check or something like that for remembering this, or is this too chaotic for that to work?
It sounds to
can't-
me
I
like
can't
you
hear him.
remember what he said.
Could I athletics my
hear
way
anybody.
through this problem?
No, it's a matter
Dang
of
it.
interpretation at this point.
Who has the highest navigate skill?
50.
Who'd we just
Someone
lose?
just left. Never mind.
Oh, Andy.
Andy bounced.
Yep.
I bounced because I couldn't hear Patrick, and then I couldn't hear anybody else.
Oh, cool.
Great.
Am I muted again?
Okay.
Okay. If you want to make a navigate roll, I'd let you make a navigate roll.
Oh, I'm really good at navigating.
Freaking Brett, do it. There we go.
Dang it.
Wait, who rolled the 3? Gabe.
I got a 3 under 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
One more time.
Just gotta turn right and then right at the third intersection, dudes.
Gabe, you are thoroughly confident that it's the second intersection you hang a left at. So you guys are standing here and you need to go left.
Aha!
So that's what you do. You go left.
La izquierda.
He takes off. Everybody else decides they're going to follow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm.
And
Don't.
3 grates down. Okay. You can see there's a little bit of light coming in. You get to the grate. You listen. There's nobody there. Nobody that you can hear anyway. And looking through the grate, it looks like it's a maintenance room.
Real quick, just to be annoying, because my character has literally not seen anyone except for the kid, hasn't heard any gunshots, doesn't know about any of the danger except for the fact that the kid is ushering us around. Can we just say that you guys tell us what happened so that I can be on the same page?
I smell like a roasted pig.
That's true. That's true.
He's got a lot of.
Also
damage
has a
in him.
slight hole in him.
Yeah. But just can we
So,
just
like-
say that you guys told me what happened in general terms?
You question it, and then, yeah, we tell you. Sure.
Okay. That'd be great, because otherwise my character doesn't know what's going on really at all.
This is fine. Whoop-de-doo.
I'm
Yeah,
carrying a lead
all I
pipe.
know is there's danger of some kind.
Yeah.
This has worked out way better than I had hoped.
Gabriel's like, I'm in danger.
Okay,
does
so
it look
we're-
like?
we're-
Does it look like he needs any first aid? Are you first aided up? Did you guys
Well-
take care? Did you?
You're in a super dark vent, so it's really
Right.
hard to see right now.
No, that's opportune time for surgery.
Oh,
Dark, dusty.
As we all know.
Yeah, everyone knows we all do operations in the vents.
okay.
So we're peering out, and we looks like a maintenance. But does it look like there's light inside of this maintenance room?
Yeah, there's a little bit of light in there.
Okay, but we don't see anyone.
You don't see anybody and you don't hear anything.
I'm gonna just look at Gabe, who seems to be in the lead, right? Because he knows what he's doing. I'm saying, you sure this is where the kid told us to go?
See,
That's not Portuguese.
actually, I'm,
Alright.
I'm looking at Google Translate. It's seen.
There, that's better. All right, and that's the case. I'm gonna crack the vent, and I'm gonna slowly as shit walk out.
Okay. So you push the vent open. It opens easily and
I'll
silently.
go ahead and follow him.
And you emerge into this maintenance room. It's like 20 by 20. And there are a couple of desks, and there's crap in here like mops and what look like a couple of maintenance robots or droids are inertly standing in a corner, essentially. And there are some lockers here as well, like maybe 10 lockers.
I'd say I'm going to go ahead and head towards a locker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start towards the left side of the lockers and
I'll follow him.
Okay.
start looking one at a time.
I'm gonna go listen at the door.
Okay.
I'm
So-
assuming there's
I'll
an
follow
exit.
Gabe. That's a good idea.
All right.
I look to the side and see Gabriel walking, and I notice he's got a wound.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm just gonna see if there's anything I can do to.
Yeah, I'm barely standing.
Okay, I'm gonna see if there's anything I can do to help out. So I'm gonna look for, some cloth or something I can pack the wound with, or.
Okay. So let's see. There's going to be a lot go down here. A couple of the lockers are open. So whoever's looking at lockers, make search rolls. Josh, you can see. It's really funny. We're, by your reckoning, 350 years into the future from today, and there's still on the wall a first aid kit.
Yes.
I was amazed that we still have mops.
Yep. Gabe, you and Mark were headed for the door. Go ahead and give me an alertness roll. Each of you, if you're both listening. Ooh.
Nice roll.
Ooh.
Very
Another nice roll. Man, look at all these
Wait.
successes, boys.
Okay.
Okay.
We both heard nothing.
You hear a lot of echoey sounds. Probably voices, and it sounds like you're down a hallway that opens up into something like Grand Central Station. There's just a lot of people noise, but far away.
Is there
Really
any
echoey.
way? Is there any way that I can lock the door from the inside?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I'm
There's
going to
desks.
do that.
Is the door open in or out?
It pulls out.
Pushes out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. From the inside,
Pulls
it
out.
push out. From outside, it pulls out. My bad.
You're good.
It opens out. Okay, so there's that.
Is it an innie or an outie?
It doesn't have a belly button.
What about the doorknob?
Stop talking. Brett, you were searching lockers. Brett, is that what you were doing, searching lockers?
Yes.
Okay, so you find several things. First thing you find is inside one of the lockers, you find a set of what look like probably civilian clothes. You find a couple of hats. You find what looks like an ID badge, even though there's no picture or anything on it. And you find what looks like, well, making an educated guess because it's not what they look like on Earth, but it's close enough. You think you found a cred stick.
Okay.
And as you're going through the locker, you notice that off to the left in the corner of the room is essentially a cabinet, and it is partly ajar. Okay, so that takes care of you. Josh, you easily find the first aid kit, and you go and you open it up, and there are no bandages in here. What there are, it looks like you've got these vacuum sealed patches, essentially. They're like 2 inches by 2 inches, and each one has each package has one of the patches in it. And looking at the label, it's obviously a brand name, and it says Nano Heal.
Score. I go ahead and take those, and
there are 6 of them.
I will take all 6 and hold on to them.
Okay.
And let's see and then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to look in the first locker, like closest to it.
Okay.
Just to see if I can find, if I see anything else, and then whatever I find or don't find, then I'll continue on to Gabriel.
Okay. In another locker, Brett was searching one, and he's just finishing up as you approach. So you open the other locker, and there's not a lot in there, but it looks like there's maybe a jacket that has been kind of wadded up and stuffed onto at the bottom.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take the jacket. I'll just take it and kind of throw it over my arm, and that's all I see. Then I'm going to go ahead and head towards Gabriel.
Okay. The material is very light and a little on the rubbery side. It's kind of weird. So you are now going to head over toward Gabriel. Brett, what are you doing?
Is there any other lockers to look at?
The 2 that were unlocked have now been rifled through. Atticus, what were you doing, dude?
Well, I mean, if there's something that's locked, can we try to jimmy anything or try to force them open at all?
You can. So these are not like dingy high school lockers.
Okay. Future lockers
with padlocks. Yeah, they are electronically locked. It's just that 2 of them were left open. So you can try.
I unlock it with my mind.
Do you have what skills might you be able to leverage that would?
Computer science is one of them.
Okay.
That's 55. And I think that's the biggest one that I would think would be able to help.
Okay. I will let you make a roll on that.
Sweet. Let's try it. Let's go.
Okay. Even with the minus that I imposed upon it, you got there.
Sweet.
So it's going to take you a couple of minutes, but you're going to get one of them open. Brett, are you going to go check out that cabinet that was partly open, or no?
Yes, but first I'm gonna ask you, hey yo, anyone know how to use one of these? And then I'll hold up the gun.
I'll look at it, see if if it looks like a standard rifle, or if the design of it is beyond me.
Okay.
I have firearms, but it's not terribly high.
So you have a slightly visceral reaction as you look at this because that's the thing that shot you,
Yep.
or that's the thing that was used to shoot you. Okay.
I go ahead and yell, "Hey, toss it to me."
Absolutely.
Design.
I lightly throw it.
Okay. Design on this firearm has not changed much. It has a magazine. It's got it's a standard. It's got a very new age look to it, but general design for functionality hasn't changed. There's a magazine. There's a trigger. There's no charging handle. There's no forward assist or anything like that. You just put the mag in, and then it looks like you put the mag in, you pull the trigger.
Do I need to? Do you want me to like roll or anything to see if I'm
No.
coming from the military background? I assume I'm
Right. Coming from military background, you know how to use this firearm.
Do I
Interestingly,
suppose it's like a what do I call it? Like a. Go ahead, Patrick. I'm thinking.
How's the ammo? He's fired it at least twice.
so there's no outward indication as to what your ammo capacity or current level of ammunition is. But, Josh, just because it's something you do, something just about everybody does when they're holding a firearm, you bring it up to sight it, just to look down and get a feel for the weapon, etc., etc., etc. And there are no sights on it. But when you bring it up, where a red dot scope would be, a little HUD pops up. And there is a red dot. There's a targeting system built into it. And on the right-hand side, you've got an ammo indicator. And it's currently probably 1/8 capacity down. So you have 7/8 of the magazine to go.
Okay.
Okay. Atticus, back to you and the locker.
Am I gonna say what am I just gonna say? It's a laser gun.
Yeah, it's mark it down as well. I need to get it off of Brett's character and on to yours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. If you do that, I'll delete this out I was making.
So Atticus, while I'm doing this,
Yep.
You pop one of the locked lockers open,
Mm-hmm.
and there's plenty of stuff in there.
Like what?
You've got a change of clothes that are clean. They're folded in here, whereas the ones that Brett got were hanging. This looks like somebody's spare set of clothing, probably. So it's folded. It's very. The style is very strange. It's like as weird as fashion got way back in the 1980s. It's maybe a little bit weirder than that. There are weird designs, and it's very discordant clothing, but it's also bizarrely understated. Very dark colors. It's sleek, but the designs that are on it are strange and stand out a little bit. So you find that. You find what looks like a jump drive. It's maybe 1.5 to 2 inches long, and 1/2 inch thick. And on the top of it, it says Lenovo ThinkPad.
Okay. Does it actually say that? Or are you fucking with me?
No, it actually says that.
Okay. Interesting. Might as well. I mean, you said it's just a jump drive? There's nothing to.
It looks like a jump drive. It's that size.
Is this antiquated technology? Like, is this something where, like a rotary phone where I'm familiar with this thing, but.
I mean, you kind of looking at it a couple different ways. You're looking at the different sides and stuff, and there's no port on it. It's this solid thing. It looks like maybe there's a button on it, but you can't really tell.
And if I press the button, nothing happens.
No, if you press the button, something does happen.
It doesn't blow up.
No,
Right.
it does not blow up.
Okay.
Okay, so you press the button, you're holding this thing, you press the button, and essentially a holographic laptop screen comes up,
Wow.
and it's like 15 by 10,
Uh-huh.
and you're holding this thing, and there's a little bit of a shimmer where the keyboard would be on a laptop, but at this point it's just this holographic screen. And when it comes up, you're sitting at, you don't know what the operating system is, but you're sitting at what is essentially a desktop.
What year is it again?
What
Windows 25, 26.
Let me
This is 25.
It blue
Windows like
screens.
350.
hit blue screens. That's great.
File Explorer.exe crashes, and I can't get to the toolbar anymore.
Ah,
You accidentally delete system 32.
right.
So I'm not familiar with this at all. It's not something I've ever interfaced with.
Okay.
Is this new? No, I'm saying, is this new technology? Like,
It
is this
is.
something I've never seen?
Yeah, you've not seen anything like this.
Is it a lot higher tech than anything I would have seen?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And so there isn't really a keyboard. There's just like a that you described as like a little shimmer, right? Like,
Yeah, it's like maybe there's a keyboard there, but you can't. It's not projecting it. Well,
okay, so if I swipe my fingers around, there's not like no movement on like swipe my fingers on where the keyboard would be. There's not like a trackpad type movement or nothing.
not currently. No.
Okay.
How is, as an observer, how is he holding this?
So
Are you holding it in midair, or
yes,
what?
He's holding it in midair between his thumb and forefinger, essentially.
Amigo,
What's up?
try on the desk. Sit on the desk like
Okay. So I'm gonna do what he says. I'm gonna try kind of putting it where it can.
Yep.
Be
You
in a
set
sitting
it. You
position.
set it on the desk, and there is a full holographic keyboard on the desk.
Okay. Sweet. Well, is there any way to like? Is there a mouse? Any way to move around? Is there?
There's no mouse.
Okay.
It takes
So-
very little time to figure out it's a touch screen.
Oh, okay.
It's a touch hologram.
Is there any way to check for like an internet connection? Is there a browser or something I could try to, look through?
Just say Control F secret stuff.
Is there a passwords file on the desktop?
Passwords.txt.
You guys are crazy. Roll computer science.
Where do you put the sticky note on this thing?
Oh boy. All right, Atticus. It doesn't take you long to figure out that you are connected to a thing. There's no indication of, it's not like today where you see the wireless connection down in the sys tray. But you get a browser open, or what you think is a browser, and I mean it pulls up a web page essentially, and it says Neogen Sector Station Prime.
Station Prime.
Yep, and there are no ads yet, and just a link or a field where you can click and search.
Like Google.
Asher has reported that he can't hear anything. So, hang on just a sec.
Uh-oh.
And while you're waiting for the operating system to come up, 3 ads pop up.
You have been infected.
Please call Microsoft so that you can have your computer disinfected.
Not pop-ups. Not the old-fashioned pop-ups. I mean ads. Legitimate ads like, have you tried YouTube Premium?
Hot singles in your space station.
Nice.
Wanting to flirt with you.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move away from you and your
Wait.
newfound.
Scroll back on that one.
Oh boy. All right, Josh. You finish up inspecting the firearm. By the way, when you lower it from your shoulder, the HUD goes away.
Okay.
Now I can hear.
Good. So I think at this point you were going to see. If
Yeah, I go ahead and I take the gun and I kind of put it in, put it in my back, or like in my belt. And
oh, it's a rifle.
I get. Oh, it's a rifle. Sorry, I was thinking it was a pistol for some reason.
There's a strap though, so you can
Okay.
Extend
I'll go ahead and
the
sling
strap. Yep.
Sling it over my shoulder.
Okay.
Put it on my back, and I'm going to go ahead and head towards Gabriel. Try to get
Okay.
him patched up.
All right. So you get over there.
I wave him over.
Yeah, he's leaning pretty heavily against the door by this point, muttering something that's not in English. You hear Dios.
Huevos con chorizo.
Patrick, why don't you go ahead and just give us a little bit of Portuguese? Go ahead.
I'm working on that.
He's learning Portuguese. So okay. I go ahead. Actually, I'm just going to go over and kind of wave him over. Is there a table? I know there was a couple desks, right?
Yeah, there are a couple of desks.
I'm going to go ahead and kind of take him and kind of put my arm underneath him and kind of see if he's limping or if he's hurting. I'm going to go ahead and try to get him and get him over to one of the desks.
Okay.
Get him laid down or set down so that I can work on him.
Okay. So you get him sat down.
I show him I show him like one of the patches that I have, and I'm assuming
Are those familiar to us coming from the other side of the void? Or is that unfamiliar technology?
At this point, you're not even sure what kind of technology it is. I mean, medical advancements on Earth have come a long, long way. But you haven't seen anything like this.
I'm thinking it's better than Neosporin, so I'm just kind of I'm going with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my medicine is pretty good. My first aid is pretty good. I'm like, I'm helping pull the shirt out of the way so that you can see the wound. I don't have the angle. I can't see what's going on.
Okay. So I'm going to try to first aid him up.
Okay.
So I go ahead and take one of them and
Yep, you crack the seal on this thing and you pull it out, and it's got a little bit of weight to it. And there's a backing that's covering what you assume is an adhesive side, right? So you pull the back off, and once you get the backing off, you're about to discard it, but it itself becomes a screen, and it says, "Nano heal patch activated. Apply near wound area for diagnostics."
so I go ahead and I kind of read it and go, "Oh, okay, this is new." And I go ahead and put it towards his midsection.
Okay, you place it near the wound. Gabe, there is a warmth almost immediately, and in just a couple of seconds, the pain begins to recede as, I don't know, you're thinking maybe there's some kind of topical anesthetic or something like that. Josh, you're looking at this thing, and it says, "Diagnostics proceeding. Stand by as nanobots are deployed." And inside about 10 seconds, it says, "Diagnostics complete."
You're screwed.
Heat
Wound fatal.
Heat injury detected. Kidney laceration. Soft tissue damage. No bone issues. Healing beginning in 3, 2, 1. And Gabe, let's go ahead and roll a D8.
I'm literally sitting here thinking I'm like the greatest surgeon ever at this point. Oh, I'm just
All right. It doesn't like me when we do this annually.
Josh,
oh, nice roll.
oh, that is a nice roll. So you're going to get 7 hit points back,
Only because of the greatest surgeon.
which puts you back up to 10.
I don't remember. I was going to say, how many did you have to start, and what did he knock you down from?
He had
I went-
13.
Okay.
He knocked me down to 3, and at 2, I'm unconscious.
Yeah, that's what I wondered. Okay. All right.
I don't know why there were balloons there, but okay.
I,
Okay. So you can see this thing. It says nanobots repairing kidney laceration. Nanobots completed kidney laceration, I don't know, sutures. Restoration. We'll go with restoration.
restoration's good work.
Proceeding with soft tissue damage repair. And then after about a minute, the readout says nanobot effectiveness exhausted. And then the screen that was the little plastic backing for this bandage goes black.
So I'll go ahead and take it, and take the piece that's now turned black, and I'm gonna kind of toss it over towards the trash can I see over beside this other desk.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look and say, do we think we need to do one more?
No. He pauses for a minute, kind of get it sorted back out, and he goes, I did medicine in our military. I've never seen anything like that. No, I'm much better, thank you. I am Gabriel. He reaches out a hand.
I go ahead and reach over and take his hand and give him a nice firm handshake.
Okay.
No problem. My name is Josh. I'm glad glad I could help. Hopefully we can get you patched up here, get you feeling better.
I remember you from the ship.
I remember you too. Sorry, I didn't. You were a little jumpy on the ship. I didn't want to bug you, so
They,
you know.
I thought someone was following me. How did we get here? After all of the alarms and the go to the pods, I was thrown in and knocked out. I woke up in the room with all of the metal. How'd we get here?
I know that we got in the escape pods, and they were jettisoned, but I don't know where we are. The people that were with me didn't make it. I had an older couple that had got on the pod with me, but they couldn't physically take the abuse we went through when we landed.
I don't even know. There was no one in the pod when I woke up. Just me.
Hey, Atticus.
Puts his shirt back on, and he goes back to the door to listen in case somebody comes up to the door. Thank you again.
As they're having this discussion, your screen that you're looking at pops up and it says Station Prime News Alert.
Ooh. I audibly go, ooh.
What's up, dude?
Text begins to scroll across the screen. And it essentially says, I'm not gonna be all official. The digest of it is that it is reporting that the jump gate to Earth has been destroyed.
Oh.
The transport ship that was coming through at the time has been destroyed. It is at this time unknown if there are any survivors. Authorities suspect terrorism may be at play, and a full search of the station is getting underway.
Interesting.
I don't know if anybody else was terrified, but
Well, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of how do I say this? It wasn't like a planned thing. It's not like they're just sitting there like throwing us in a meat grinder. It looks like there's some good people on the other side. I guess if we were unsure about the status of life on the other side, it seems like this is a kind of
Unless this is all a cover-up.
yeah. I guess that's true.
I have met one child and our group that hasn't tried to kill me so far. I'm not so sure.
And just to drop a little information on you, Joshua, we were approximately 350 years from current. You left Earth at 2391, the year 2391.
Okay.
Is it fair to say that Atticus just kind of like said that out loud, or did the computer thing, the hologram, actually just say it loud enough for us all to hear?
The computer did not do anything audible. Atticus would have said, ooh, and then as soon as you figure it out, we're just going to say he read it.
Do we wait here for the boy?
Can I look at the uniforms or whatnot? Haven't all of the lockers been searched through?
So 3 of the lockers have been looked through. There were 2 that were unlocked. Atticus got 1 unlocked. That's where he scored his new laptop. And
Right. Is it? How many are there?
I
Two
believe I
unloaded.
said there were approximately 10. There were 10 lockers.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, then
There was also, and I think Brett, if I remember right, Brett was headed over to check out. There was a cabinet that was not completely closed. It was slightly ajar. Were you headed over there to check that out, Brett?
Yes. Should I search it?
Yeah, you open it up. No search needed. It is
Oh.
chock full. Hey, good search though. Critical success. It is chock full of essentially maintenance uniforms.
Nice. Because I was thinking that if nothing else, we were having uniforms out of those lockers, and maybe we could all play dress up. Because you said that there was a jacket.
Yep, one of the lockers had a jacket in it.
I pulled the jacket and I've got it over beside me.
I did not say what I did with
It doesn't
the,
have a logo on it, does it? It doesn't look official. It looks more like street clothes per se.
I haven't searched or haven't really looked at it that close. He just told me that it had rubber, kind of a rubbery texture to the material. You're welcome to ask me if you want. I mean, I'll look.
Well,
Otherwise,
I'm not so much interested in that. Somebody said they pulled uniforms, I thought.
There were uniforms.
In the cabinet.
So one of the lockers
Well, not
had
the cabinet, but
one of the lockers had a uniform in it and a change of clothes. The
okay.
locker that Atticus opened had a clean change of clothes, and then Josh got that jacket. So you have
Okay, just
pairs
real
of-
quick then, can I look at that? Sorry.
No, you're good. Look at what.
The uniform in the locker, does it match the uniforms from the closet? Are they
It does.
basically the same?
Yep.
Okay. Do they have, just real quick looking it over, does it look like it's an official, like some sort of
Does it have
logo
a
on it?
logo or
Yeah.
There's
Name tag maybe to it or something?
company name or
it
Yeah.
doesn't look like it. They're very plain. They're very understated. It's not like an orange or a light yellow kind of color like we would expect to maybe see. It's not your typical train conductor pinstripe kind of thing. It's like a charcoal gray, very plain, understated uniform.
Okay. But it does look official.
Yes.
Okay. So, and how many of those do we have?
Inside the cabinet that Brett opened, there are 8, and then you have
Okay, sweet.
2 extras that came out of lockers.
Somebody already talked about waiting for the kid. Was it you, Gabe? Or was it Josh?
That's me. I asked what we were
Okay.
going to do.
I'm with you. You said your name was Gabe. I'm Mark.
See,
I think we should see if we should wait, but in the meantime, those uniforms might at least buy us some time if somebody comes walking through this door. How about we try and get into them?
well, it'll cover the scorch marks in my clothes, so I'm kind of down with that. I'm not going to look like an
You
average
look like you might
traveler
need
with
some
a
friends.
hole in my shirt.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you guys said that these other guys that fought you, they had some pretty snazzy looking uniforms, right? Like they're part of a military group or an organization.
I don't recall.
They were not snazzy uniforms. I don't know that I even described them as uniforms. They kind of looked, these guys that you remember seeing, they kind of looked like almost like grease monkeys that were just looting or pillaging the wreckage.
Okay. Well, maybe I completely misheard or misunderstood that then. My bad.
I'm gonna see if one of these uniforms fit me.
Okay. It does.
Great.
No roll of the dice for sizing.
No, we're not going to worry about that.
All right, I'm going to slide into
Search
one
real
too,
quick.
because one way or another.
I'll try to find one that I don't have to roll up the cuffs on very far.
Okay.
Not a big fella.
And then, is there any chance that I can roll a computer science check on one of the closets as well, the lockers?
Sure.
Honestly, I'm thinking even if I fail, I get a check mark. And I do.
All right. Get a check mark.
Mission
Yeah.
accomplished.
Sweet. Okay. So, shorten this a little bit. You all are able to find maintenance outfits that fit at least reasonably well.
Yay.
You're muted, Josh.
Take my gun out from my belt as I get my uniform on. I kind of stick it inside my chest piece there, my breastplate.
Okay. Oh, you were packing a pistol?
Or no, shit, I forgot. It's the wrap. Damn it. Or it's the gun. So I take the gun off, throw it back around my back. I keep
Okay.
forgetting. I keep thinking pistol for some reason.
Okay.
Is there something we can do to wrap that so that it looks like
Like a backpack,
something that
like a sling or something.
Well, no, I was thinking like you could be carrying something that was wrapped up. It just happens to be,
Right.
it would be hard to disguise. I'm just wondering if we would be able to hide it in some fashion, because there are people out there. It sounded like a subway. This is my words,
We get a mop
not Gabe's. It sounds like a subway station or a large train station out there, but they're not close.
We get a mop bucket and we put it in so it just looks like it's the mop.
I had that thought. Are there any
And then
carts,
we put a jacket over.
like the
Yeah.
maintenance carts, or the janitor's carts?
No, there doesn't appear to be anything like that.
You said there are 2 robots that are. Are they on wheels? Can they be moved, or are they?
They are not on wheels. They appear to be in essentially docking stations.
Okay.
Hey, Atticus,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
Well, I just changed. Did I ever put that computer down? Because did I ever find anything else on the computer? Because
You didn't say that you were looking.
well, I had pulled up was looking for the browser.
Oh, you
And I-
definitely. Yeah, you got a browser open.
Okay. I'm thinking where the hell would I even look up? Is there any ideas? If I ask the other guys, they have ideas of things to look up.
A floor plan. You are here now.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. If it says a browser, though, I'm actually going to get relevant information, or is it just going to be like a floor plan is?
Well, there's one way
Well,
to
I'm
find
thinking.
out.
I'm thinking if you can do if you can find, like, we didn't find any logos or anything though, did we? I thought we had something that was like a report on the station or a name of the station, and maybe he could go to a homepage for that.
Yeah, the thing that popped up when the browser opened, it was essentially a start page, and it said Neogen Sector Session or Station Prime.
Okay, so maybe we look up the Neogen sector Station Prime floor plan on a Google here on this little address bar.
Okay.
Believe it or not, Bing won the fight.
So you tap in the search field and you begin to type, and two things come up on the screen. There's a little text bubble in the text field that you start to type in. It pops up like the thing is saying something, and
Okay.
it says AI assisted search, and then in the at the bottom of the screen is a little bar that comes up that briefly says to turn on audible instruction, hit F12.
I mean, I think I'm gonna. It's just basically Siri is what this sounds like. Cortana, whatever. I mean, we can go ahead and we'll hit F12 here, and we'll try to do like an audible search here.
Okay, so you hit F12 and the keyboard goes away, and you hear a male voice that sounds a lot like, well, imagine you don't know who James Earl Jones is, but it sounds a lot like James Earl Jones. A deep, rich, baritone / bassy voice, and it essentially says, to restore keyboard functionality, simply say keyboard. How may I assist you?
I'm gonna just say a basic question. Where am I at?
You are in the Neogen sector on Station Prime.
Do you know where I'm at within Station Prime?
Searching. You are on sublevel 7 in a maintenance room.
Can you give me a floor plan of this level?
Certainly. And it brings up a floor plan, and the computer says, to get a larger view of the floor plan, feel free to extend display.
Okay. So I guess let's observe. If the other guys can look too, I'd like them to see this. Observe kind of where we're at in regards to this level, I guess.
Okay.
Or,
So, the way this thing looks to have been engineered, and I say this thing as in the station, it's like, and you don't know what it looks like on the outside, right? You got a glimpse of it as you were doing your thing, but structurally, you don't know what the outside of it looks like, but the inside, how they architected this thing, it looks like, imagine several huge hotels, and on the map they're labeled neighborhoods. So you've got multi-story domiciles, essentially, like a hotel full of condos or suites, and multiple floors, and then at the bottom and in the middle, and sometimes at the top, you've got what are being referred to as malls. And there are also, in between these huge hotel structures, there look to be shopping centers, and you can see on the map hangar bays and just all kinds of stuff. So while in a way this is not laid out at all like a city, in a way it is laid out like a city with different neighborhoods and different business districts and things like that.
Can we correspond what we thought could be a train station or something to be maybe one of these malls.
So yeah, you zoom in, and the more you zoom in, you can zoom in to essentially where you're looking just at this room. The small size of the screen is making it a little bit difficult, but you zoom in quite a bit, and you can see where you are, and there is indeed a hallway that opens up into, yes, a mall.
Okay. What are our other guys' thoughts here? Do we want to try to go somewhere? Are we trying to make a plan out of here? Do we want to look for an escape? Or, I mean, we know there's hostile people on this place, but if it's a massive space station, then we might be able to, they don't quite know who we are yet. We've slipped into some ducks.
So we can almost blend in, right?
Yeah, we might be able to just...
But
Is there like a keyhole or something on the door that I could like peek through at all?
Nope.
Dang.
This isn't the 1800s, man. I'm just joking.
Man.
So the vent grate begins to silently swing open.
Finally!
Out steps the kid, and he closes the grate.
Billy!
And he looks at you and said, "Man, I thought you were dead. Look, you guys can't stay here. You've got to move. Get to the hangars, find a ship that'll get you out of here. You can do a little bit of shopping if you need to, but they're looking for you. You've got to get out of here. You can't stay on this station."
Okay.
Who is looking for us?
He kind of sighs and he says, "We don't have much time. You came here on the ship, right? On the transport."
Seems.
Yeah.
See.
Multiple corporations are looking for you, and the rumor is that air is involved with the destruction of the jump gate. And seeing super confused looks, he says,
Air?
"Air, AIR."
Man, this shit's destructive.
Hang on.
Why do we breathe this stuff, man? Come on.
How could it do it to us?
He says air. It's the Anti-Industrial Reformation. It's a terrorist organization.
Were those guys that were shooting at us?
No, I don't know what corporation they're with, but they aren't in maintenance. We're wasting time.
I am about this close from kidnapping this kid.
We're wasting time that you don't have. You need to move.
We need more than we have to leave. We don't know where to go.
He points at the computer. You know where the hangar bays are now. Go there. Find a ship. Get off the
Stupid.
station.
Duh, stupid.
All right, so
And go where, man?
Go to another station. Figure it out once you're in the air.
Oh.
He doesn't say once you're in the air. Figure it out once you're flying.
Yeah, we don't want to be in the air because they might blow us up.
So I go ahead and look at while we're looking, just try to scout and see where the hangar is, what directions we need to go in.
Right.
Yeah.
Just try to get it like set in my head so I know where we're going.
Yeah, same. Try to figure out the best paths.
Okay.
My question is, if we're
So
going to
you
try
s-
to
you said-
grab anything before we go, we don't have any money. It's not. I mean, like, if we're trying to stop by some shop, we're just going to rob them and run.
Somebody had a cred stick, right?
No.
Yeah, I would hold
Yeah.
up the maybe cred stick. I think we could buy stuff with this.
Okay. Then maybe some of us can try to get, if we can try to hit a, go to the hangar and the nearest mall or shop to that hangar. We either buy things or do a good like a snatch and grab, and then have a run to the ship. So at least we're close to escape. Just a thought. If we think we need anything.
All right, kid. So we'll get out of here, but which station do you think is safest?
Look, it's not going to matter. You get off at this station. You don't have to get that far away. You get off of this station. The closest one is going to get you breathing room, and then you can move on from there. You don't have to stay there.
Okay, so it's just this one that's dangerous.
Right now, yeah. This is the one that's dangerous.
Okay.
And I say we
Dude,
just
what's your
look
name?
for a
Can we
hangar.
like
I mean, yeah, ask him that. Go ahead. Sorry, Andy. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
My name's
yeah, I mean just I don't want to get I know we got to go, but what's your name, kid?
my name's Will.
Guillermo.
Crusher?
Will Crusher? Is that what? You speculating his last name is Will Crusher?
Williams Crusher.
Yeah, from Star Trek.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Your character dies.
I had a good run. I made it further than I thought I would.
I've already made it farther than I thought I was going to. I'm going to have to jet, so
Yeah. So
See ya.
we'll end the session with a hand reaching to open the door to this room.
from
Oh
outside,
fuck.
No. From the inside.
Oh.
You guys are leaving the room.
yes.
Okay.
You,
Oh, okay.
Whatever conversation you finish up with the kid, you finish it up. He says, "Get out of here! You're gonna get killed." And you guys are headed
Start
for a
to make our
hangar.
way.
You have to go through a mall because you're gonna exit into one. You're opening the door to that.
Gracias, menino.
Roll
I
credits.
sure hope nothing bad happens.
Hey,
Awesome.
I'm sure we'll
Alright.
be fine.
we're underway, guys.
We are.
We
Alright.
we have progress.
cool.
Yes. Things are going.
Did you call this progress?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
It is
Alright.
progress, but it's a lot of in the dark.
Yep. All right. See you guys.
Patrick.
Later.
All right. Take care.
Hey,
Yeah. We're
Tom,
getting
just
there.
for note's sake, what did AIR stand for?
The Anti-Industrial Reformation. And this kid gives you one last piece of information, Justin. He says, you're probably not going to go walking around with that rifle, so case it. And you look at him like,
Yeah,
"What
we're
are you
working
talking
on
about,
that, kid."
And he says, let me show you. And
It's you.
so you've got the mag drop button, right?
Mhm.
On the other side of it, in the same spot, just on the other side of the rifle, there's another button. If you press that button, Encased in the stock of the firearm is some kind of technology. The stock opens up, and the foregrip open up, and essentially it rearranges itself to put the thing essentially in a case. So you've got a built-in case there.
Okay.
It's an Autobot.
Okay, so
Nice. All right.
you've got a little
How
bit of a
big?
disguise.
How big is the case?
It doesn't shrink the firearm. It just makes it a very slimline case.
Okay.
Anybody who knows firearms is going to know that that's what it is.
Okay.
You're essentially putting it away instead of disguising it, if you will.
Okay.
Okay? So you've got some disguises, in air quotes. You've potentially got a little money. You've got a little bit of information. You've got the ability to get more information. And you know where you're going, at least in the short term.
We have direction.
So, session 3 promises to be quite interesting.